Why are you so weird, though?
What?
Why are you so weird?
Babe.
So you just go to it when I say why you so weird?
Because I thought about something.
What'd you think about?
Babe, if COVID don't take me out, can you?
What? You want dinner or something? Like, what are you talking about? Take you out? Just asked me to take you out for real. Like, are you talking about dinner?
Why not?
Huh?
Sure.
Oh,
Oh,
if COVID don't take me out, can you? Fucking weird ass.
Why?
Why what?
I gotta be weird.
You want me to kill you instead of COVID? You got to be the weirdest. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We ain't gonna.
Why you don't like my pickup line?
That's a pickup line? Oh my God. Is this what we had in 2022?
Oh man, you're a hater. Wait, is something in my eye?
Yeah, eyeball.
You knew what I meant. You didn't want to tell me my face was dry?
I was looking at your face.
Then what the hell are you looking at when you look at me?
I don't know, but damn it. Like,
You see my nose?
what's wrong with it?
It's dry. Come on, you just put lotion on. Just do this to me.
I did exactly what you asked for. Now I did something wrong.
I didn't say pinch my nose, you idiot.
Some excuses you gave for not turning in homework.
I didn't.
Oh, you just always turn the E.
No, if I didn't turn it in, it was just, I forgot.
What?
I didn't.
You didn't even try to go to like, yo, I was out for the weekend. Or
Oh, in college,
The
I did have a
dog
fake doctor's note one time.
who was an accomplice to murders? How the fuck you get a doctor's note?
I had a fake doctor's note.
Was you downloaded from Google or something?
No, somebody like gave
They were
me.
selling them on campus?
No, it was one of mine. I had went to.
How you edit the date?
I scanned it into my computer.
You've been watching too many Criminal Minds shows.
What?
You went deep
Yeah,
with
and
that one.
I didn't. That was a college thing. I didn't do stuff like that, but I was panicking. I just needed an extra day.
Are you going to do the thing correctly?
I don't know. There is no correct way to do my thing. It's when it's my thing for a reason.
You're supposed to feel it. And
I do. And when it hit me, it's like the Holy Ghost. When it hit you, you just...
the intro to the pie hit you?
Sometimes.
All right, well, let it hit you on beat.
No, I do it when I want to.
I'm tired of this shit.
Hey, you chose to marry me. This is what you got to deal with.
All right, whatever. Let's get it.
You ain't doing your thing, though.
I'm tired. Oh, you trying to play me? That's what you
Oh, snap, son!
Yeah.
Hey.
They ain't the day for bars, but gotta rock in the spot. Yeah. Yeah.
That was your bars.
Listen.
Really? You about to spit bars, right?
Nah, not today.
Oh, man. Welcome to episode 4.
Oh, we at 4?
We at 4.
That's what's up. All right. I can't wait till we lose count.
Oh my gosh. Of the Feelings Ain't Facts podcast, we are your hosts, Ashley and the sexy.
Wait, time out.
Yummy.
First of all, introduce yourself first. Then introduce me.
I did. I said Ashley.
Nah, it ain't just no Ashley. Like,
It is. It is today. It is today.
Okay, well, she got it. She got it.
How you gonna? I'm bigging you up, and you gonna interrupt
Welcome
me?
to episode 4, Feelings Ain't Facts podcast. I am Marcus. This is Ashley, and we are here to
You're a hater, bro.
pod with y'all.
You're a hater.
Why am I a hater?
I'm trying to big you up. You don't take compliments.
You can't big someone else up before you big yourself up.
No, I can, because you're my husband. I can always big you up.
Nah, but you big yourself up first. Always big yourself up first. Always.
Like I said,
Always.
I wanted to big you. That's like when I don't even know if I want to say that on the pod.
Go ahead. I'll cut it if it ain't right.
If I want to make the night about you, it's going to be about you.
Okay. And?
Ain't no and. It's the same thing.
It ain't the same thing.
I make that choice.
How do you? What do you mean?
I make the choice.
Why,
if I want to
let's
big
talk
you
about
up.
that. Why do you always get to make the choice? Because if I come in here ready to go, rearing to go, it's always got to be your choice. And I understand the times now, but we're married.
Pause. Last time when you big me up, I let you. I said, what I say? I said, oh, thanks, babe. No, but I'm not allowed to do the same to you.
You can. That's fine. But mentally, since you know what I'm saying, such an advocate for mental health, you better big yourself up first before you big up anybody else. You're supposed to know that you matter more in your own life. Before anybody else does.
I don't like how you are harassing me right now.
I can't compete with that. Like, once women go to there, like, how can men compete?
I didn't ask you to compete. I'm just saying that I wanted to big my husband up, and you're sitting here having a debate with me because I wanted to big you up. You know how crazy that sounds?
Harassed? You went to harassed. Once you start using those keywords, those trigger words, listen, we can't compete. Ain't nothing we can do.
You don't want me to big you up?
Yeah, because like I said, you always big yourself up first. Where would you like to start today?
So how about we talk about brunch?
Oh, today? Mental health check?
Oh, goodness. Yes, let's do that first. Definitely. How you feeling?
I'm feeling, of course, I'm always feeling good. So,
feeling good.
Today what we do today?
We went and got breakfast. That was an experience.
Oh, man.
That is actually something worth discussing.
Yeah, it is. Have y'all ever, for the listeners, have y'all ever went to a place and you like immediately walk in and knew you didn't want to support them, but like you was already there, so you had to just go through it? That's kind of our experience today.
Yeah, we went to this restaurant, and I'm not gonna put names out there, but they had the whole the flag with the blue line. I don't know if there's a official name for it, but supporting.
It's the Blue Lives Matter.
Blue Lives Matter flag, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it
had it plastered everywhere. Had it on the door when you was walking in. Everybody that was working there had it on their shirts. Had a big flag inside the actual restaurant itself. And it's like you walk in and you kind of already know what like energy they on when you walk in. I mean, everybody was nice in there. Like, it wasn't like...
Yeah, because I was kind of hesitant because I wasn't sure how they were going to treat us as black people walking in.
Yeah, because when you walk in, you didn't see black people in the restaurant.
We did end up seeing a couple.
Walk out.
No, there was one a family that came in after us, but we was about to leave. But
you can just tell when you walking in, like everybody look at you like, this ain't your town, boy.
Well, I ain't gonna say that. The front desk person was really nice, and she told us, she was like, "Oh, the wait is about a 20-minute wait," and me, because I was already like, don't know if I want to eat here with all this. Place, yeah. And so I tried to do babe, do we really want to wait that long? Like, I was trying to hint. Like,
she convinced you, though.
Well, she kept trying to talk us into staying. Oh, it won't be that long. People are finishing up their meals, so we should be getting to you soon, blah, blah, blah. So she was really adamant about us staying, which made me feel like somewhat bad, because either she was doing it because they wanted our money, or she was doing it because she was genuinely like wanting us to stay to eat there. And after Marcus didn't say anything, I felt kind of obligated to stay.
No, I said it's up to you.
Yeah, you always do that though.
Because it is. It's up to you. Like, it's up to you. You was already hungry, already ready,
I was
already hangry, and we was already at the restaurant. So it's just like, I know you don't want to eat here, but do you actually want to drive around having to make the decision of eating somewhere else? So we wound up just go ahead and staying. Everybody was nice there, but it's just like
the vibe.
The vibe. What do you do in those type of situations? Of course, like, we already decided once there was like, and that's what was disappointing about everything.
Because the food was good.
Yeah, man. They had the nice little French toast pancakes, and they were bomb. They were actually one of the best that we actually tasted.
Cinnamon swirl pancakes, and they were bomb. Yeah. And they had my portion sizes. They had the 1, 2, 3 size where it was like, oh, I got one pancake because I'm working to lose 10 pounds before May. So I was like, okay, my freebie of the week, I got this one pancake I can get. I got my eggs that I'm eating for my protein, and then I had my little fruit. So I was like, it's the perfect size for me.
Yeah, everything was good.
And the food was good. Well, the eggs, they scrambled hard, which I don't, I know what scrambled hard looks like, but it just sounds funky to me.
Yeah. But it's just weird. Like I said, going into a restaurant, like, what type of energy they're on. And just like when people put out their political views onto you and things like that, you might not disagree. Do you continue to support the business? Because you went in having one type of expectation or idea of the experience, but then once you get there, it's a totally different thing. So I've seen it a lot online. Like, you have a black photographer and they be like, I'm Black Lives Matter, and then the client doesn't agree with that. They'll hit them up and say, hey, can I get my refund back? No, you can't get your refund back. It's in the contract. No, you can't get that money back, but for the deposit that you put in. But basically, you'll see it online where people would just like, your political views just don't match up with mine, and you'll, take away your business for it. But like, are you that type of person, or do you do that all the time? Do you make an exception certain times? I know we made the exception today, and it's unfortunate because, like I said, they had some bomb ass food for the first time. Not for the first time, but for the rare time that I've been here in Texas for like breakfast. But
yeah, the restaurants we've been in, it's usually hit and miss. I mean, we've been to a couple of restaurants, but it's like, it's not all food that's all good. It's like, oh, I like this little bit, but I couldn't get down with it. I think for me personally, because the vibe in the restaurant, I was like, I don't care if your food's good. We probably won't be going back there.
Yeah, we already decided when we was there. It's unfortunate. Like I said, your food's good, but we just don't match up. So I probably won't be here anymore.
Yeah, so that's something
I'm sitting there writing out the check, just like, yeah, it's just unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. It's so awkward to me that, like, even talking about it is awkward to me because it's like, why are we that divided? And why do I have to? I understand, saying police lives matter and stuff like that, because they do. But it's like they missed the mark on the purpose of Black Lives Matter and just wanted to find purpose in making their own thing and taking
energy away from where the actual energy was.
And I just know that personally, I cannot be in an environment that is so heavily. And I mean, okay, if they would have had the like one flag up or like on the door, I probably wouldn't have been in
uniform.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like, you come here, you better know.
Every shirt sleeve had it on there for all the workers. They had the huge flag right behind where you talk to the hostess. Then they had a plaque above on the table where you talk to the hostess. It was like very in your face.
Just to cut them some slack, it may be like a restaurant that's owned by a police officer. Or,
well, I saw. Did you see the wall of like police patches?
Yeah. So like, what I'm saying, like they're just a heavily enforcement, like a law enforcement or
but still
firefighter or ambulance.
You can support the. Like, oh, I wouldn't have been bothered by the patches.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even been bothered if they had like one on the door or something like that. But when you have it plastered everywhere, so it's like nowhere you turn, like you're going to see this and you know what we stand for. Like, I can't get with it. I can't.
Again, that just may be what we've come to see, how it seems like it was created. Like, in my experience, hey, Black Lives Matter came out. It was a movement about saying, hey, our lives matter just as much as everybody else's lives matter. Please treat it that way. In wake of all the stuff that was happening in the world at the time. You come out with this and say, this is just my understanding. Now, other people have a different understanding of the Blue Lives Matter that came out. So, again, my understanding, you came out with this just to combat, what us as black people were saying Black Lives Matter. But anyway, off that, because I ain't want to get too. This ain't a political podcast. We're not. So we're not about to get into it. But at that restaurant, well, this is a real big discussion and something that really bothers me. And if I was a Yelp reviewer, it will get you an instant negative review from me. Sorry, but what is everybody's understandings of they ask me how I want my eggs?
And you always say scrambled with
scrambled
American
with it
cheese.
Yes.
American
what is everybody's
cheese
understanding of that? I hate it when somebody comes into a restaurant and they say, I want my eggs scrambled with cheese, and they just sprinkle the motherfucking cheese right on top of the eggs and bring it out to you hot like that. That ain't how I do it at home. That ain't how, it ain't how restaurants should be doing it in the first place. They should take my cheese, like motherfucking Waffle House did this at some point in time, especially if you tell them to do it. If I say scramble with cheese, you better mix my eggs and the cheese together on a grill. But you could just
tell them to mix
No,
it in.
because I've done that before, and they still brought it out the same exact way. It's just like the cooks in the back. They're just like, nah, that ain't how we scramble eggs with cheese. We just lay it right there on top, and this how you gonna get it. Don't ask for it any other type of way.
But
that ain't how it's supposed to be. If I say scramble with cheese, I need my cheese
specific.
mixed in
when
with
you say scrambled with American cheese, they always
have to ask.
lay it on top.
No.
Cheddar they mix in.
Your cheddar was not mixed in when you got
it. Was they put extra on top.
It was not mixed. When I looked at it, it didn't look like no cheddar was mixed in them eggs.
They had extra on. They had sprinkled extra on top.
Nah, bro. Everywhere I've ever been, all they do is just sprinkle it right on top, melt it for you, and then serve it to you on a plate. First of all, they ain't even enough cheese to cover the 3 eggs or 2 eggs that you even put on the plate. You just sprinkle it right there on the top. But nah, you're gonna have to you gotta mix that shit in. Got to. It's got to be a word. We need to protest this.
Babe, it is not serious.
It's serious.
You can just not get eggs.
Listen, if I ever look, Monty's trying to become a food reviewer, and me and him gonna talk about this one day.
Oh gosh.
He needs to, once he get big, and he's on the Netflix shows and stuff like that, he needs to motherfucking let people know. Scramble with cheese means the cheese is mixed into my motherfucking eggs. Simple as that. It's a serious topic. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is a Marcus guy topic.
It is
for
not.
Sure.
It's not.
It is, babe. You can just don't order eggs.
I can't eat. I don't even see how people eat eggs regular.
Just don't. Well,
it's got to have something else with it. Salt, pepper, cheese.
It depends. Like when I'm on prep, I can just eat egg whites.
I'm gonna look at you.
But I have to eat them hot, as soon as they finish. But that's because you kind of that point when you're being very selective with your eating choices. You just hungry, so you're eating for the nourishment, not necessarily for the taste and how good it could be. Yeah.
So in your case, you're just forcing yourself to eat. They got to get this right.
I just want to say you talked a long time about some eggs.
You fucking right. I promise you, it pisses me off every single time.
Yeah, you say something every time they bring it. That's why I'm I don't know. You should probably specifically ask them to mix it in.
Again, this is what I'm trying to advocate for. I shouldn't have to ask you to mix the cheese in with my eggs. I shouldn't have to. It should just be already understood. I have to stir these together.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know how else to.
Don't apologize for them. They got to get it right.
Well, it's not just them. You complain about this every time we go to a restaurant. That's why I'm just saying you need to just not order eggs anymore.
Every breakfast meal comes with eggs on it.
But you can substitute. Man. Or just say no.
No, because if the eggs was made right, then I fuck with them.
But clearly you know that that's just not the case.
And again, I am trying to fix it.
So, Kanye West, did you see that he was banned from performing at the Grammys?
Yeah, because of his antics online.
Yeah, and I think he's nominated for 3 or 4 awards?
Yeah, he can still go to the Grammys. So, honestly, it looked like they're trying to set him up for that. I'm going to walk on stage. Anyway, excuse me. Your album was great, but Beyonce's was better.
I think that Trevor Noah, I can't remember if he's hosting it or what, but I know that he kind of spoke out on how he felt that it was harassment towards Kim K, and people aren't taking it seriously simply because she's who she is.
Yeah. Because she's a person who's will always take advantage of the negative or positive spotlight that she's put in.
Yeah, any spotlight.
Yeah, any spotlight that she's given. She's always gonna take it and make something out of it. But at the end of the day, yeah, she's being harassed.
Yeah, I know they locked him out of his account on Instagram for like 24 hours, simply because they felt that he was promoting bullying and harassment. And I know he wrote some racial slurs on Noah's
I
Instagram.
missed that whole thing. I didn't see what happened between them two. I know he had.
I don't know if they took it down or not, but I do know that I know he did it because I saw it when they first released it. Unfortunately, I am following the debacle of Kanye, unfortunately. And it's not even because it's like, oh, the entertainment. It's more like, is anybody going to help this guy? Like, that's kind of where I am. He's getting to the point where I kind of agree with Trevor Noah. It's like Kim has, I don't want to say moved on, but she's made it clear that she's not interested in fixing things.
Yeah, I don't think with him right now. I think it's more of along the lines of to him, she's trying to hold the kids away from him, and she's doing things with the kids that he just doesn't agree with, I guess.
Yeah, but he's also saying how he wants her back and stuff like that.
I don't think recently he's been doing it. Well, I mean, recently he's been alluding it to it. I think the poem that he came out with, or the rap, if you want to call it, he came out with about divorce and how it feels and to him and things like that. That may just be a cry out to help for him too, but we just look at it as like, you know, him doing things against Kim, which I'm pretty sure it's that too, but he's doing things the wrong way. Again, the fact that these both of them are doing things across social media, it's a bad thing. And Kanye just looks even worse because he's doing the most online.
Has Kim posted?
Mm-hmm. She made some posts and comments on his stuff and things like that, but it's mainly Kanye. Like, Kanye's gonna get the most negativity about it because he's the easiest to attack on this stuff. But he's definitely like doing the most. So
I was gonna say, is he the easiest to attack,
yes.
or is he just doing the most? And
he's the easiest to attack because all his antics over the years have made him the enemy in the public.
Yeah, I just it's just hard for me to see him going through all of that.
Yeah, especially seeing the person we seen him being in the beginning of his actual career to where he is turning out to be. How he's been acting, trolling Pete, blasting his wife, putting all of their information out publicly, and making it seem one type of way. I think he said something about not being able to see his kids, and Kim responded on his one of his posts like, "Yep, well, bruh, you just picked up your kids this morning. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I do know that she was recently in the news after a quote she made. I think it was Variety? What? I don't remember the name of that magazine, but she basically saying, "Get your ass up and work." Like, she didn't come from a family, an established family.
All right, it's still two ways to see this. Again, it should not. It's the right message coming from the wrong messenger.
100%.
Yeah, because like coming from Kim, she's been given everything. Her dad being, I think he was like a good lawyer, right?
Yeah.
So she already came from like
money.
But like, and then the way she spent her career and our introduction to Kim with Ray J, it just doesn't seem like, hey, you should be the one saying this because doesn't seem like you did hard work. Now, once she's been giving this stuff, she still had to create opportunities with it. So I can't say she's not working hard for it. She's working hard with like law enforcement to try to get like black people out of jail. She's working hard to build her brand to where it is today. She worked hard to get that stuff, but her beginning, everybody who has a lower level of a start than her, or like a much lower level, like from the bottom up type of situation, they're just gonna look at this like, sis, it's not from you, not from you. You're not gonna sit here and try to talk to me. I'm working 2-3 jobs, just trying to scrape by, get by, and you over there talking about if you want something, you just gotta work hard for it.
Yeah, and then she said it seems like nobody want to work these days. Like, I don't know. I agree. You made the statement very clear. You know, hit the nail on the head by saying, "Great message, wrong messenger."
Yeah.
I don't know, when I saw the clip, I'm not gonna lie, I reacted like everybody else. Like, who are you to tell me? You know, I'm not working hard enough whenever you were born into money and things were given to you.
Yeah.
Unlike us middle class folk, we had to do way more and some of us still not achieving what you have done simply because of certain obstacles.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It takes a lot.
Yeah, I can't say she didn't work hard, but your starting investment into your business can boost you and put you in a position to be able to automatically be a success story. Now, I mean, you still got to work to keep and maintain that and to build that, but it's just the wrong messenger. It's like she can't be the one that's saying it. Again, we can't slight the message. The message is still a good message.
But
she still gotta work hard.
She's not going to have the same issues as some people like Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, she's not gonna have those same type of situations.
So he was
find a Kardashian in those type of situations.
Yeah, he was arrested or detained, rather not, but he was detained
at gunpoint. Let's not forget that automatically. And again, it feels bad because at gunpoint. As soon as he's in there, I try to do it discreet. For the story, people who don't know the story or missed the story, or we're recapping the story because we're kind of behind on that one. But because it happened a couple weeks ago, but especially when this is going to get released. But for the story, people who don't know the story, Ryan Coogler went to the bank, handed the teller a note saying, "I want $12,000 cash." He wrote down on the note and asking her can she go in the back and count the money so it doesn't cause any
attention,
he unwanted
it done
attention, discreetly. Yeah, because
and let's not forget he had his ID. He had filled out the.
That's slip. What makes it so bad. Like,
he filled out the slip that, I mean, everybody knows if you go in a bank, you have to fill out like your bank account slip or whatever, and most of the time you have to put your debit card into the thing, right?
Yeah, he did. He did all of that. He verified, like, they have verification of his identity,
which is so weird to me. As to, wait, what?
I think it's just the way it happened. Like, he handed a note, and I'm not sure if it's like a normal thing to do, but I understand where he's coming from doing that. They're in the middle of Atlanta. It could be anybody in there, inside the bank, trying to scope somebody out, got a large sum of cash on them. He tried to do it in a way to be discreet about it. So, like, nobody's just going to know, like, hey, I got this amount of cash on me. So, hey, can you go in the back? Can you get my cash? Here's my ID.
Yeah.
Here's my card. Can you go in the back, count it, and then give it to me instead of counting it right there in the front to where everybody can see?
And the teller alerted her manager because it isn't.
Who was black?
It isn't common. Yeah, the teller was black.
And the police officer that came out.
But it isn't normal to withdraw that much money, you know. So the teller went to the manager, and
no, it was normal for it. She went to the manager because she thought the place was being robbed.
No, I'm saying it's not normal to want to withdraw $12,000.
Yeah, well, yes, it has to be reported if it's over.
Yeah. So she went to her manager, but here's where things get confusing to me because I don't know whether the manager or the teller thought he was trying to rob the bank, which makes no sense either way, because if I'm trying to rob the bank, why am I going to give you my ID and all this to do so? And
bank card. Like, you have two forms of identification to say, hey, I'm this person.
Yeah, so the police were called, even though, You can Google this man, the director of Black Panther, of Creed. You can Google him. But it was like, and then they arrested him within the bank and escorted him out of the bank and put him in the police car.
Yeah, and then but the police were the ones who kind of were like, hey, what's the story here? They tell it. Why is he being detained by us? So the police corrected it once they were outside, and they realized, everything shouldn't have been that way. But for the bank to slip up like that and just be like,
that's unacceptable.
Yeah, there's no way they can get past that story. They're gonna release their statements. Hey, it's unfortunate that this happened and this and that, but as we introduced this, it wouldn't happen to another type of person who might go in there and request this amount of money. It would just be, have a nice day, sir.
The world we live in.
Yeah. And
it's not just happening here. So Brittany, I always say her name wrong.
Griner.
Mm-hmm. She is currently in Russia she's like detained and like actually in prison right now, right?
Yep.
I guess they found her with a vape that had marijuana in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
So she's being used as like a political toy right now. Because I think she's like, if I remember reading something before, I might be wrong, but I think they extended the amount of time that they're going to detain her.
Yeah, they did.
While she's there. And now that it's making so much noise and being that the figure that she is, the story is just going to get somewhat bigger. But yeah, it's somewhat a political play, but like it's not going to gain as much traction as if this was somebody else. This will have so much more attention. We're going to talk about it, try to spread it as much as possible. But yeah, they're using it. She's in an unfortunate position, like, because the
war.
Yeah, because of the war going on and everybody attacking Russia. So like, hey, we catch one of your nice ones over here. We're going to hold them down and we're going to see how you want to act after that.
Yeah, because I know there's some speculation that Putin is going to try to use her for political leverage. I don't know.
For a vape pen.
Yeah,
it can't even be like a gram inside there. Like the sentence ain't matching. Or the time that she's spending ain't matching what the crime is. So I think her lawyers that are there are trying to do everything. I think they got to where like nobody could actually get in contact with her. The only messages that we're actually receiving are from the lawyers that she has that are representing her from there. They're Russian lawyers. Nobody from the U.S., none of the people that she actually knows, can't even talk to her. And he got a phone call. Like, come on.
Yeah, this whole thing has been messy. And I personally think it has reached a status of this level of messy simply because of the war. Yeah. I do believe that. I believe that they are taking full advantage of having her there. And unfortunately, she made that mistake of
getting caught up. And now she's being used. But now she's going to be uncomfortable for a little bit. And I'm not, again, she's part to blame, but at the same time, it's just unfortunate circumstances for her.
Yeah, so they haven't seen her since she's been detained at the airport in February. And here we are, end of March, and she's still
found hashish
in
oil.
Russia.
So I wonder, did they even verify what was it actually marijuana inside the actual oil?
They're going to say it is.
Yeah, they're going to say it is, but dang, you can't even get a verification if it was or not. Yeah.
So aside from that mugshot that's been circulating, nobody has seen her. And unfortunately, like Marcus said, any status of how she is and stuff is kind of been, sparse. So I can only pray that, this is resolved. She's able to come home, but this is like unacceptable.
Prayers we can get her out of there so she can get back to life, get back to living. And she's not being used anymore for whatever. She's not being used for whatever political message that's actually trying to come out or whatever they're using her for, because it can't be for just, a vape pen that looked like hashish or hash. You know what? I can't talk today. It's fine.
So I think I told you about it, but we're gonna talk about it. This boulder demon that's
You got to explain this one to me. You have to, like.
So there's like this boulder that was said to house. They call it the killing stone. It was said to house this evil spirit of a woman that tried to overthrow the empire of Tao, I think it was. Please forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. But I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to laugh at this. But
First of all, where is this at?
Japan.
All right. How do you know this specific boulder is the one housing the supernatural demon?
Apparently, this has been like a folklore for thousands of years in Japan. So everybody,
thousands of years.
yeah, in Japan, like this is a known thing. So after they killed the evil lady, the lore is that her soul got entrapped into this boulder, and she's been in there over 1,000 years. And then randomly, it was a tourist, and they was like, so about this boulder, I think I seen something I wasn't supposed to see, but yeah, it's cracked open.
The mummy returns
After 1,000 years. So this, it was said to imprison the evil nine-tailed fox demoness, but it was found broken in half among all the other crazy crap going on in the 2020s. Because first we had the killer wasp, then we had the fallen, then we had the parachuting spiders, and now we got a demon on the loose. Like, what the hell?
The boulder
It's
that
the end
broke
of
out.
time.
I mean, the lady that broke out of the boulder and is out here terrorizing people.
I just thought it was amazing that,
Was she strong?
well, of course, they know that
She was in that boulder working out for
the
thousands of years.
scientific reason is, hey, freezing conditions and rain is likely why the boulder cracked.
Or
Duh.
she took advantage of the situation.
Really?
It was like, hey, it's freezing outside. This rock is weak. I'm getting out of here tonight.
She could have.
Because if you give Ashley 1,000 years to work out, she about to come out here buff. So I know that lady was in there thinking of a master plan. You can't give women too much time to think of some plans. And that's exactly
Wait, what is
she
that
did.
supposed to mean?
That's what she did. She got out of that rock. Give a little bit. First of all, you know what it means.
No.
All women do is watch murder mysteries.
Not all women.
Most women watch
Just because I enjoy
murder mysteries.
I am curious about serial killers. That does not make me one, because I am curious.
It kind of makes you a
About
boulder
what?
demon. So
It does not make me a boulder demon.
I won't get angry, and I won't snap at you, and hopefully you won't snap at me so that I get bodily harmed, because we all know you're strong.
Ain't nobody trying to hurt you out here. I told you if I hurt you, I'm calling the police, and I'm going to sit there and wait for them to get there.
That sounds like some serial killer stuff.
No, it
You've been
doesn't.
watching. See, like the TV shows are just rubbing off on you.
That
like,
is not serial killer. That's just, if I hurt you, I know that I want to hurt you. And why am I going to run from that? I did what I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm guilty.
so you just
Suffer the consequences.
just gonna be in court, just like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah. There ain't going to be no outside of me going for judgment. Like, there's no, all right.
So there's
So,
no hiding
Ashley,
about it. All the stuff that
What
you
happened? And I'm going to lay it all out. Tell him I stabbed you. And
So-
that's it.
If I ever get stabbed, it is on public internets that Ashley did it.
Well, it ain't going to need to be like, no, oh, she said this back and such, because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to wait for the police to come get me. I'll sit there and wait. Me and the dogs hanging out. I'll call mama, make arrangements
I'm
for
scared
the
for my
dog.
life. I'm scared for my life
Why?
because all this talk just sounds like
Like I've been plotting for a while.
an episode of NCIS that we watched. And Gibbs, hopefully Gibbs is gonna come save me. He gonna come back.
Nah,
on the show.
Gibbs went fishing. He's in Alaska.
Bro, I've been fishing for 1,000 years.
He ain't been
He about to
fishing
find
for
the same-
1,000
another rock
years.
up there in Alaska with some boulder demons in it.
You should watch some serial killer documentaries.
I'm not watching no, I'm just not entertained by it. I'm trying to figure out how you go to sleep to this stuff. You'll watch episode after episode after episode of somebody dying, them figuring out a way to make him disappear, and then getting caught, and you're like, I can get away with this.
I don't say that. I really don't.
You don't want to get away with it. You
I don't
know a creative way to.
I'm not that person. I'm not the person that's trying to get away with anything. I own up to my. I own up to my whatever I've done. You know, actions and consequences.
More and more she goes into it, she just sounds more and more like a psycho killer.
I am not a psychopath.
Psychopath, psycho killer, one of them things.
I'm not a psychopath.
Yeah, it just ain't happened yet or started. That's what you sound like. Listen, I'm just gonna let you know I did it. Like, you gonna send a note and just go off running?
No, ain't nobody running. I told you that takes too much energy. You know you're gonna get caught. Just get away deal with it.
Some people.
You made the choice. Now deal with it. You gotta follow through, my boy. Gotta follow through. It takes too much energy and time to try to run, hide, face all over the news. My face already gonna be over the news from killing you. So, actually, I don't want to kill you. I don't.
You just want to make me suffer, huh?
Yes.
Oh my God, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I would never want to kill you, but hurt you maybe.
So, how would you do that?
No, I told you. I'm not a. If I do something, it's gonna be personal. I'm gonna stab you.
How many times?
I don't know. How angry am I? But I wouldn't stab you enough to kill you, though. I'll try to avoid all your major organs and stuff.
I already had my Achilles tendon like tore one time. She's like, let me slice both of these.
Like that.
You'll just cut up all my joint ligaments.
Just cut your ligament.
So I just have to like walk weird.
Walk weird or be in a wheelchair. You'll be living though. You'll just never forget me.
I'm worried, y'all.
Yo, speaking of never forget, because you know I watch a bunch of random stuff on YouTube. This chick had a boyfriend, gave him her kidney. It's a kidney. Kidney's the one you can live without, right? Anyway, gave her the kidney, gave him the kidney, and he cheated on her like a couple months later.
Wait, she gave him a kidney?
Yeah.
And then he cheated on her a couple months later? My God.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, how long was they together?
I think it was before she gave him the kidney.
Yeah. That's important. Because if he just finessed her for a kidney, I ain't mad at him. But if they was together for a long time,
nah, it was like 6 months to a year.
That ain't long enough. He finessed her for, he knew going into the, hey,
and what made it worse was like they did the whole, Bible thing. Like they prayed together. They did all that together.
It's all part of the game. I need this kidney.
He went to a bachelor party, and I guess some girls was there.
Yeah, strippers.
And he wasn't gonna go, and she was like, "No, you should go. You've been in the hospital like a lot of your life. Mm-hmm. Go have fun. You can finally drink, all this other stuff." He went.
All right. Is this confirmed that she said all that?
Yes, I watched it.
Cool, because that's like, you got a free pass.
That is not what she meant at all.
Nah, if you say no, and then you'd be like, I say no, I don't want to go, and then you'd be like, nah, go have fun. And
no, he didn't want to go because he felt bad. Like,
but then
dang, I just got out of the hospital.
Go have fun.
We've been, on these meds, blah, blah, blah. And so she was like,
yeah, go have fun.
Go have fun. But that don't mean have sex with nobody. I'm trying to avoid super vulgar statements.
Why?
I don't know. It's just weird because, I'm still thinking like, my mom ain't hear this.
My man's
But yeah, he completely finessed her out of a kidney, and then she tried to
shout out to him.
What?
Hey, he finessed my girl for a kidney, for an organ out of your body.
That's wrong, Marcus.
I know it is, but
don't be promoting that.
I'm not promoting.
Do not be promoting that. That's wrong on so many levels. But in my mind, I was like, oh, I would have stabbed you in the kidney.
Oh my gosh. Here you go back to murdering me. Oh man, my man.
Like, seriously?
He knew though. He probably knew like before they got together, like, hey, I'm something about to go wrong. So I need to plan for the future. Like, that's why how long they was together is important. I don't care what you say. If it was like 2 years plus, then yeah, they've been through
like
it.
His parents was pissed with him because they tried to make it work like after it happened, but it was too much trust issues with her, and he would get mad because she didn't trust him. And I'm like, nigga, she gave you a kidney and you still cheated.
Love ain't loyalty.
That blew my mind. And all I could think was, if Marcus ever
finesse for a kidney, listen, I might need one.
We've been together too long though.
Much drinking we've been doing lately. Oh, that's the liver though, so I should be fine, right?
That's your liver.
Oh, yeah. Last week I thought my liver was about
the
to
liver,
bust.
as long as you're not like an alcoholic or nothing, the liver can repair itself over time. So just don't become an alcoholic. You know, that's another.
I think I'm an alcoholic now, right?
You're not.
All the people we drink with. Girl, you was just taking shots earlier today.
No, I have family that I know is or was alcoholic, and they would literally wake up, crack open a beer every morning. And it wasn't like to fix a hangover or anything. It was just like they had to have it. And then they got hurt.
Sounds like y'all should
and
have
went
been,
into withdrawal.
I guess it sounds like they were going through some things, and the family should have been checking on them to see exactly how they could help.
I'm not going to go into that.
It's a vice. But
that wasn't the case.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's I'm just saying, if you ever
I'ma die.
If you're not going to die.
You're gonna manually
You're not
take
going
it
to die. You're not going to die. I'm gonna just hurt you very badly.
I don't need my kidney, so you're gonna manually take it out of my body.
I'm not gonna manually take it out of your body, or I'm gonna leave the kidney and hurt something else. I got to figure out what organ you can survive. Like the dude, because I watched another documentary. Dude lost his eye.
Mm-hmm. And you see why I'm worried about all the murder mysteries that she watches. She's getting creative ideas on how to murder her husband with the show.
Stop saying I'm gonna murder you. I am not gonna murder you. I love you too much to murder you. I'm not with the crime of passion stuff. I want you to live.
Everything you're saying is like really.
So when I'm locked up, I can still write you. I want to be able to write you when I'm locked up.
To write me?
Yes.
Yo, you are a psychopath, bro. What have I gotten myself into? You know what? It's fine. I'm not worried about it.
I love you, baby.
Speaking of alcohol, Chris Brown got into his situation.
Wait. How did you segue? Speaking of alcohol,
hey, listen, was she? Kings. Hey, listen. All right, check this out. Chris Brown got into a situation on a boat party. Apparently, he met up with this girl, and they took drinks together. She tried to paint. Well, they took drinks together, and to her story, she was drugged. She felt woozy. She started to go out with Chris up the stairs, and she started feeling woozy going up the stairs. And apparently, Chris Brown, to her, performed sexual acts on her without consent. She released him. She came out trying to sue him for $20 million. Story got out there. Everybody was on Chris. Like, yeah, people tried to paint it as if, this is the type of culture that, wealthy, powerful people kind of put out there. And again, not taking away from it, because in certain circumstances, people do abuse their power and do stuff. This was on Puff Daddy's boat, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, not to take away from it, people do abuse their power. In this case, it looks like it may not have been that, because he let her. He tried to save her. He really did. He was like, "Listen, I'm giving you a chance to back away from this. Just stop." She was like, "Nah, you raped me," and she kept going on with the story, trying to go on with her $20 million lawsuit. Chris Brown hit her with the receipts. Quick, release the text messages, voicemails.
My man.
And our light skinned Jesus
we're not going to call him that at all. I have to draw the line there. You're not doing that. Don't be using. Don't do that.
Okay, our light skinned hero is still with us. He is safe.
She dropped the chart. Dropped the accusation.
She ain't had no choice but to, because her lawyer.
Her lawyer was like, nah, bruh. You ain't gonna set me up.
It was like, you Like I literally took your case thinking that you had a fighting chance, and my man got receipts, text messages. They come in saying, "Hey, is there anything that can kind of damage this case?" She's like, "No, y'all both got a phone. You communicated these messages to him. Like, you should know." But he released text messages, which kind of confirmed everything, that she was just trying to be more than just some side chick, confirming all the consensual sex that they had, saying that she wanted to fuck again, and yeah, she dug herself in that hole.
Yeah.
So I guess my question in this situation is like, should accusers like this that go after people for their money, should they be put in jail for this type of stuff?
I do. Yeah. I think it's the same thing as people like the whole Jussie Smollett. He got time for
lying.
Yeah, for lying. And
well, he actually just got released from jail.
Oh, he did? Yeah. I missed that.
You can look it up real quick if you want to,
but I mean, even on that though, it's like you tell a lie that could damage somebody extremely, and it's hard to fight back on that, especially if you don't have receipts. There are so many people that was locked up for rape allegations and stuff like that, and then years later
found out that
especially like when DNA wasn't a thing, and it was just going off the word. But I mean, being a victim myself, it pisses me off when people lie about it.
I was gonna ask, does that kind of like help the actual fight of fighting the people in power, or fighting the people in these positions that are doing things to women? It doesn't actually help the situation. It's
already hard to report. I know in my case, I didn't even charge the dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want my business out there. And unfortunately, lawyers are notorious for
painting the character of the accuser.
Yeah. Badgering the victim during court. And I was like, I'm not going to put myself through all of that. I'm not. I didn't want, the shame. And then at that, like, it wasn't like my parents knew I wasn't a virgin and all that. So I didn't want all my business out there, and then having to hear like about it from other people, and it was like a whole bunch of shame already around it. And then to know if I took this to court, then they're going to try their best to discredit me in every way, shape, or form. I didn't want to go through that. So whenever, these females come in and lie about this type of stuff,
for a money grab. Yep.
Yeah, for money or whatever, nobody takes like real victims seriously.
Yep.
They just, she just wants some money, or she just changed her mind, blah blah blah. She ain't want people to know. Like, there was so many things, even in like my small circle, because I didn't have a lot of friends at the time, and even in that, the friends that was around me when it happened, that I did feel somewhat comfortable enough to call. Like, I know one friend I made over the summer that because I was in summer school, because I didn't have an internship, so I was like, I might as well take some extra classes. Dude was like, why you give him my name? Like, the dude that I was with, because I was having to tell the cops what happened and all that. And they asked, like, who was I with earlier in the day, blah, blah, blah. Who saw, him leave with you, whatever. And the dude got mad. He was like, you don't know if I got cases or... Dude, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm sitting here and you supposed to be my friend, and you worried about me saying your name so you can vouch for me. Like, I was like, you know what? It's good.
Yeah.
My bad. I ain't taking this to court anyway. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, they never gave me my bed sheets and all that back. I slept the rest of the summer with the dag blasted SpongeBob like throw blanket.
Yeah, the whole situation was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, so that's why it pisses me off so much that like when people lie about it, because I'm like,
it's a business nowadays for accusers to, one, for people who it didn't actually happen to, but, you know, may have went in there targeting somebody or things like that. But it's a business. I mean, it's an easy come up. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it, but you can be a beautiful woman on hard times. You need your come up. Get with a actor or singer, ball player for the night. And if they ain't got their shit together, you can take advantage of it real quick. And in some cases, things do happen, and there are actual victims in situations. But in this case, as the story unfolded, the truth came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually did come out on this.
I mean, I'm glad it did. I'm glad he had receipts. But, you know, it just pisses me off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just looked up the whole Jussie Smollett thing. So he's appealing.
Yeah, he's going through the appeal process, and I think they said that he ain't got to stay in jail for that duration of time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But he may wind up. So I'm guessing they're either fighting for him to get a less severe sentence than what he was actually convicted with. Yeah, it wouldn't be like that I guess it just wouldn't be like that for anybody else. 5 months in jail for staging a hate crime. Again, it is a serious thing. Like, you shouldn't be lying. But at the end of the day, you should serve some type of either community service, some type of time, since nobody was actually like affected really by it. There's a lot of people online that just took your side. And again, in this same thing in this case, like, it was a fake stage situation, but in real life, stuff like that actually does happen to people. So for him to try to make a situation out of it for whatever media ploy that he was trying to do, for the people who actually does happen to, it's just unfortunate because even their situations get paid in a certain type of way now because one person of fame come out lying and things. So
yeah, it looks like they let him go because with the appeal, the appeal could take 2 or more years to work through the
this thing was going like
court.
We didn't know how long it was going on before. It was like 3 years.
Yeah, so
that this whole situation was already going on. So now they're gonna appeal it again. They're gonna give him a less time next time around. So
if he even has to go back in, because it may be time served at that point.
Hopefully he can get off with a severe fine, a large amount of community service, and not a lot of jail time if he does. So, and hopefully he learns his lesson for everything. Because I know everybody was joking online like he should be cast on every like TV show now as the person who always lies about the situation that's going on. I mean, he can always spin it. He's gonna make some type of comeback. He'll be back in the movie business somehow or another, but it'll be years from now, or he'll just make some money some other type of way.
Good luck to him and his career if he has one.
Yeah.
After this, because your boy messed up.
Yeah.
So there's that. One thing I wanted to ask you about is...
I know it's some bullshit. She just started laughing before she even asked. Yeah, come on.
Babe. Mm-hmm. Do you think... So, you know, like when you die, I think your hair and nails keep growing, if I'm not mistaken.
Say that again?
I believe when you die, your hair and nails keep growing, right?
Okay.
So that's kind of what prompts us to, you know, cut our hair, trim our nails, blah, blah, blah.
To prepare for death?
No, because they just continuously grow.
Okay.
But I was curious, like, what if we lived in a world where we didn't do none of that stuff?
Where we just had long nails and long hair?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it'd be a lot of pissed off people who like their nails because them shits will break all the time. Like, how you gonna work out?
Or would we adapt as humans?
No. How you gonna adapt with mad long, curly ass nails and you over here trying to bench press 300 pounds?
I'm just saying. I guess that's the adaptation of us.
They're gonna make equipment that can go around your nails?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Marcus.
Yes.
Don't underestimate the human race. We not smart all the time, but we get it right sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Did you see my post about like the sperm?
What about the sperm?
Where I was like, you look at people sometimes and you be like, you're the sperm that made it. Why you look like that?
Right, I made it. What you mean?
No, because some people it's just like, really though? How? How, Sway?
He had strong physical features going in.
What?
Or he could have been hiding around, like when the battle inside the vagina. Like I always envision it as like a big ass fucking battle, like mad shooting,
It's
cars
not
flipping over and
what?
shit. And then all
So I have cars inside of me now. What?
Man, I always picture it as like the sperm just like swimming, driving, and there's like a big ass battle, and there's always like a race to the end. Sort of like you ever seen Ready Player One? And the driving scenes that they have on it, and they just got to get to the finish line, but it's like everybody's fighting to actually get there. That's how it is. I feel like all the sperm is just fighting each other and then battling all the cells that be coming to try to defend the actual place and all the traps that they have put up. And then there's one sperm that always makes it. It's either a sperm that's been hiding behind somebody else doing all the work, or
I feel like that's a lot of people
just hiding behind somebody else.
Because some of these people,
they work with them, and then at the end they trip them up.
So do you believe that is based on your environment or how?
You talking about the vagina environment?
No, because do you believe that your personality is shaped by your environment?
It was shaped all the way from the sperm getting to the egg. Golly, you thinking deep. That's crazy.
I don't think that's
you
where
were
I was
developing
going.
your personality as either the person who made it honorably or not.
I feel like
golly.
All right, I'm gonna get off this because people gonna be judging me and my thoughts.
Nah, go ahead.
No, it was just a thought where the start of your personality starts
as
the sperm,
the semen coming out of the penis, not before.
Because you got to make it to the egg, and some people are just assholes and will try to tackle everybody over.
Yep.
And then there are some that are scared.
Yeah, but that can shape your personality from that point. But you still got to live life once you actually make it to the egg.
I know, but just like you evolve. Yeah, you evolve. But I feel like it starts.
That's crazy. There's like a birth inside
I'm not high,
the ball sack.
I am not high.
You're actually getting to the actual egg. And then you create a new life from there and then have to live the life in the human world after that, too.
That's what I'm saying.
So we all just like sperm in a ball sack.
We just don't remember.
Oh, you're right. We just don't remember.
We don't remember. That was deep, wasn't it? I'm just saying, y'all, this is the stuff that I think about like on my way home from work and stuff.
Serial killer.
How does that make me a serial killer? I am talking about life.
It's not for me to listen to this. It's for people, other people to join. I'm married.
They're gonna judge me anyway.
We can have these conversations.
I told you I'm naturally awkward and weird, so it's not. I don't look at it in no other type of way is that I'm going to get judged. So me being on this mic at all is like a huge deal.
What songs do you think is playing during that whole battle scene? Like, do you think Ludacris came up with that song from birth and he was just waiting for the opportunity to actually be able to record
because like I said, you don't remember.
Move,
you start getting
ain't no way in hell. It applies too much to the situation.
No,
Move,
you
bitch,
don't remember.
Get out the way.
It's just your personality starts to shape based on that experience.
Yeah,
but you don't remember.
So it's like Baby Boss. Once you actually get of age, you don't remember shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So there's a battle scene. Dang, this is a whole lot of phases of life. Like you're in a ball sack, and then you're in a vagina. You forget. Live as a baby and then you forget again. Well,
I don't think people like once you hit a certain age, like I remember like dumb stuff. I mean, do you remember?
Remember what?
Like anything where you were 3 years or less.
Remember getting my ass beat for doing dumb stuff.
I'm talking about at 3 years old.
3 years old? No, I don't think I remember anything like that.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember stuff from when I was like 6. Like for some reason on the windowsill, I drew up a whole football play. I drew the football field with the end zones, and then I was actually making a football play on the windowsill. And my parents found it, and I got my ass beat.
Wait, what did you draw it with?
I don't even think I was playing football at the time.
What did you draw it with?
Crayons.
I thought you meant like you was on the window.
The windowsill. It was right there. Just had the edge on the border. And I was like, I was looking out the window, enjoying my time. And
I would have whooped you too.
You don't post to whoop your
You
kids.
was a bad child, though.
I was a bad child.
Everybody forewarned me when we got together and I met your family. Everybody told me how bad you was. Everybody.
Yeah, I was the person filling up water balloons at the family cookout, and I'll just sit on a deck that's in the backyard. And
you set a chair on fire. That's what kind of made me like really pray about this relationship. Like, do I want to follow through?
All right, but again, if I didn't set the chair on fire, how would I know how hot fire is? Oh my God.
And they are praying for our
kids not
because
to be that
of you, because I was a good kid.
It's a given. I
was a good kid. I listened to my parents. I didn't get in trouble a lot. Like the things I got in trouble for was like talking too much or like talking in church and stuff like that.
Nah.
You, on the other hand, you was little Dennis the Menace.
I was.
And your whole family has been praying for me to get pregnant, and you have to go through all that, which in turn means I have to go through all that. That's not fair.
I don't see that as a bad thing, though.
What do you mean?
Because, I had a great childhood. So that means he'll have a great childhood. Or she'll have a great childhood.
You were bad. I don't want super bad kids. I don't
see nothing wrong with my childhood. I just had a great time.
Your childhood involved you getting whooped all the time.
It was just at the expense of everybody else. That's all. I mean, even growing,
y'all pray for me.
I don't even think it was the childhood. Honestly,
please pray.
I put one of my cousin's children's in a sleeping bag and just drug them down the stairs.
Anoint thine head with oil, Lord, because I'm not ready.
But I get it from my brother.
You asked why I'm so delayed about us having a kid.
Nah, bro. We can't have kids super old. We can't.
No, we can't. But you sitting here like it's okay if they're bad.
You can't be 60, 70 years old raising a 15-year-old. It's just, you don't even have the energy.
That's ridiculous, Marcus.
That's what I'm saying though. By the time you can't be 50-year-old raising no 15, 16-year-old child. It's just too much of a headache. You already going through your back breaking.
Well, we already there, homie.
Exactly. And we should have had kids way earlier in our 20s.
We wasn't even married in our 20s.
We didn't have to be married.
No, that was the stipulation.
It was.
It sounds like you should have asked.
Well, you should have got with me earlier when we was in college, and you shouldn't have been doing what you was doing there.
You really bringing that back up?
Nah, yeah.
You didn't ask me to be your girlfriend. We were not together.
Some bullshit.
We were not together.
All these millennials and Gen Z people always want to fight everything that the old age people have come up with. The first time you had raw sex, were you scared?
Was I scared?
Yeah.
No. It was with somebody I trusted.
All right, so does that speak to him, or does that
Wait, what do you mean?
Nothing. Never mind.
No, what do you mean?
You just weren't scared with what he had.
I trusted him. I didn't think that.
Never mind. You ain't getting it. It's fine.
Was I thinking he had an STD? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm so confused.
Oh, you was you looked at it. I'm not scared of that.
Wait.
It's fine. We'll skip that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah. You got anything else?
On that note, I'm cool with ending it here. You just took me out with that one.
Have you ever had Twitter beef?
Twitter beef?
Yeah.
With you?
We had Twitter beef before?
Yeah.
I had a Twitter beef with somebody before. I didn't know. Wait, what were we Twitter beef about?
I think it was because I went to somebody's probate. And for whatever reason, you thought I was going for other reasons.
Yeah, you was going to see another nigga. What you mean?
It was a probate.
You was going to see mad niggas.
What?
You was going to see mad niggas.
No, I was going to see my friend cross.
Oh, so you was going to see a specific nigga
yes.
cross. Yeah, that's
I was invited.
That's emotional investment that I didn't know was there.
Yes.
You should have told me about this friend that you had.
You know about this friend?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Who?
I'm not name dropping on this podcast.
I had a Twitter beef before, man. My Twitter beef was in high school. I think my first one was have you ever had one before me? Put it that way.
Before? No.
Okay, my first Twitter beef was in high school. It was sometime after high school. I dated some girls. Another nigga dated some girls too. Yeah, I dated some girls. You acting like you had one boyfriend or girlfriend throughout high school.
I had like 2.
More than one. Imagine. So I dated some people while I was in high school. Never did anything with them. But I noticed a trend that another dude that I had, we was cool for a certain amount of time. But I noticed that every time, I date somebody, he want to date somebody, which happened to be the same person I just got finished dating. So I was like,
He wanted your sloppy second.
There's a trend here. So I was on Twitter one day. And again, me and the dude were cool before this, I guess. But I was just like, hey, you know what I noticed? He got a good taste in girls. Every time I date somebody, he takes somebody.
Is that what you posted on Twitter?
I did. I posted. I didn't think it was offensive because,
you serious?
I let it off with positivity.
No, you didn't.
I said
you was being an asshole.
I said the dude got good taste. So I let it off with positivity. Apparently, it got taken. I did name drop him too. So because again, I thought we was cool. So I was like, all right. But
I'm looking at the camera.
Next thing I know,
for our listeners,
I think in the end, looking back, yeah, it was a bad thing because then he wound up getting married to one of the same girls that we're in talking about. But like, I get it, right? Like, I get why he started getting beef. He was like, what are you talking about? Like, we ain't on the same level and things like that. He tried to like blast he was just like some popping ass nigga or something.
Yeah, because he had to save face because you tried to play him.
But I wasn't trying to play him. My intentions were pure.
Yes, you were.
I was like,
you tried to play him. Don't even try to fix that. You tried to play him. Didn't try. You did play him.
I had a lot of Twitter beefs, but
nah, I didn't like
beef.
I guess.
Yeah, which is why you're vegan now or vegetarian.
What?
Yep.
No, I just didn't. I don't like controversial stuff. Don't get it twisted. I will show a different side of me when it's necessary, but you have to really get me to that point.
You're right.
With you, I'm just abusive just because.
The common theme throughout this whole episode is Marcus is taking abuse, and if he ever tries to defy Ashley or pisses her off enough, he'll lose a kidney or a tendon or some type of bodily function that won't kill him. He will be able to continue life, but it's fine. But yeah, did you enjoy yourself today?
Yeah, man, I'm sleepy though. I hit that point now.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go to bed. We're gonna pray that these boulder demons don't come see us.
I know that's right. I pray every night before I go to sleep. Yeah. If you don't, you should. But I'm excited. I like our time we spend together on the podcast.
And all the stuff that's coming to light.
I know, and seeing, people actually listening to us. Because I didn't think that was going to be a thing.
What, people listening to us? I mean, if they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't.
I know, but
I try not to stress over numbers,
I mean, I'm not worried about numbers, but it's like, I don't want to get into a whole nother topic, and we about to end the podcast.
Fine. We'll get into it another time. But
yeah,
I appreciate the support and everybody sharing, liking, listening. The people who did, I just feel I appreciate everything that people did to try to help us get it popping out here.
Sorry, Tana's having a nightmare. I was trying to wake her up. I got distracted.
As you stomp on the dog.
I didn't stomp on her. I just nudged her because she was having a nightmare.
Red flag.
Really? You know what? Thank y'all for listening. Until next time, my guys. Peace and blessings. Good night. I love you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
What?